You see, the special thing about the fish in Titan Quest is that it has the ability to swim backwards. Hello there, guys! Sorry to start on such a strange note, but the fish in Titan Quest does swim backwards. Right, so, if you remember, as was said in the previous episode, we're gonna be going over there, into this huge cavern in this episode. And this is the cave, as I said before, that you encounter Manticore in epic and legendary difficulty, but on normal difficulty there is nothing there. It's just a really long cave. We're gonna be doing it in this episode. And I do apologize, it is gonna be a really boring episode, unfortunately. Well, at least I think it will be, because this is pretty much what we managed to do the entire episode. I was initially planning to go for the boss as well, the main quest boss, but we seem to have run out. Look what we've got here, a Venom Strike. Do you know what this means? According to one of my friends here on YouTube who pointed this out to me before I even realized it myself, that this is the last thing I need to create Shroud of Eternal Night. That's it. We do need Vaillar of Achilles, but we've got that on our sword, which will take it off over here. So we are gonna make Shroud of Eternal Night in this episode, although I'll do it after we've done with this cave, so not to ruin the flow. And this is a pretty nice shield as well. Look at that, 18% damage. And it does give us a slightly big increase in DPS, but we are losing out on defensive ability. We're also losing out on a bit of pierce resistance, and we're also losing out on all those points in the defense skills. So I don't know, this is a rigid crappers would be nice to put on that, perhaps. Perhaps this is a decision I'll do later. There's no urgency for that right now. Alright, so yeah, as I was saying, this episode will pretty much just be comprised of me doing this cave. And we don't even get a prize at the end. We don't get the Manticore boss fight because it's normal difficulty, which is a bit unfortunate. It would have been quite nice to fight him. But never mind that. Alright, so let's get to the next level. There's gonna be loads of different monsters around here, scorpions in particular, and the scorpos. There will also be maggots and stuff. I also want to say something. I've only recently realized that YouTube has stopped sending me emails when I'm receiving comments on my videos, so I only recently started noticing it. So I apologize already in advance if I have missed your comment and have not replied to it, or if my replies have been delayed. If that happened, if I haven't replied to you, then seriously feel free to write another comment. This mob of scorpions was particularly difficult to tackle. If you notice, there's these manslayers trying to poke me with the tail and just had to keep running around. Eventually got them though. Alright, so yeah, as I said, really apologize if I haven't replied to your comment. I only recently realized that YouTube hasn't stopped sending me emails about it, so I can check them in my YouTube inbox, of course. But yeah, I have missed some. Alright, so yeah, it's really exciting to finally get a chance to make an artifact, and especially that we're not tweaking this character. I didn't even know we'll ever get a chance to do it, because usually tweaking would really help you if you're looking to make a specific artifact. Otherwise you just have to do tons of farming, and that can be extremely boring. And there are some nice, obviously, early game artifacts, like the one we're going for, Shroud of Eternal Night, is really nice for early game. Another really good artifact for early game is called Soul Shiver. In fact, Soul Shiver is like my favorite lesser artifact, simply because all of the bonuses, damage bonuses it has, are percentage based. You should just check its stats yourself if you're wondering what I'm talking about. But because they're percentage based, they actually work really well, even beyond the normal difficulty. I even have quite a number of my characters still using it in epic, because they're still looking for what other artifact to make, because I still haven't made the greater or divine artifact for them. So in the meantime I'm keeping Soul Shiver, which is still pretty good. And you probably have noticed this is an incredibly huge cave. I mean, it seems to go on forever, doesn't it? You keep wondering where is it leading. And if you've gone through it on normal and there was nothing at the end, and then you probably played on epic, and you suddenly get confronted by Manticore out of nowhere, it's probably a bit of a shock as well. But yeah, at these stages I already realized that I won't get a chance to do anything else in this episode apart from exploring this cave. I already realized it was taking too long, and that the main quest boss will have to be delayed for the next episode. Yeah, nothing much in this cave, is it? Apart from just fighting and fighting, and I mean, it's just as tedious watching it as playing it. Oh well. We're almost at the end of it actually, except the last room is really huge. It's like the room where Manticore itself lives. And this must be the final room. Yep. It has this like double kind of entrance. And then as soon as you enter, you'll see these huge bones, some kind of huge creatures. And you're probably wondering who could they possibly belong to. Or you're probably wondering who could possibly kill something this big. Which is quite nice. I quite like how the environment here really fits this boss fight. It's a shame really that the boss is not here during normal difficulty. Look at that, what was that? A massive goat or something? Why would there be a massive goat here? I also keep wondering, how does a Manticore exactly get to this cave if the entrance that we came through is really narrow? I'm guessing it probably comes through one of those huge holes in the floor, because after all it is a flying monster. So that is a huge number of maggots. If you notice, I had to keep backing away, because if you're attacking all of them head on, they probably will chew you up. That's chew you up, not cheer you up, by the way, in case my accent is being silly. Just imagine the maggots trying to cheer you up. I mean, you wouldn't think that. Somewhere around this area, actually, you will encounter Manticore. Basically, as soon as you get into the middle of this huge room, the Manticore will charge at you. And there's this section over here. There's like a small segment of the room. This is where his majestic chest usually appears on epic and legendary, like around in the right corner there. So yeah, if you're ever looking for his majestic chest, it's in this small room around here. What's this, another venom sack, huh? We don't need any more. Right. What is this? Nope. Don't really need that. Gonna sell it. But yeah, the Manticore it's not really a creature from the ancient Egypt, like not from Egyptian myth. I think it was from one of the other mythologies somewhere closer to the east. And it was really terrifying creature. I mean, it's got a body of a lion. It's often said that it's got a face of a human actually. It's a bit kind of similar to Sphinx, but slightly like it's got also wings of a bat and a tail of a scorpion. I think it was also depicted as like got a really red fur kind of, so it's like a red kind of lion. And it was capable of, I think, shooting the poisonous spines from its tail or something like that, as it does in the game. And it also had like several rows of teeth, which allowed it to really chew through the bone, and it could apparently really just, you know, eat the victim whole, leaving nothing alive. Although in the game here we've got huge bones remaining. Yeah, I think it really had an appetite for humans. I think even its name, Manticore, it means man-eater or something of that sort, if I'm not mistaken. And I think in this game it's particularly been depicted really well, because it does look really scary when you see it. I mean, it's huge. It's huge red, and when you look at its face it looks really hideous. I mean, you wouldn't want to meet something like that in a dark alleyway. You wouldn't want to meet like that anywhere, in fact, not just the dark alleyway. Also, if you remember what I said a few episodes back, Manticore has, like in its name it says Beast of Legend, so I think it was probably initially planned for the Beast of Legend side quest, but then must have gotten changed, because it's probably too hard or something. I mean, I don't know. This is just all conjecture, of course. Right, so we've explored the entire cave. Look how huge it is. Look at it. Does Manticore really need that much room to live in? Right, so now we're gonna be teleporting back, and we're gonna be constructing Shroud of Eternal Night, the artifact. Finally. Right, and here we don't really have the right guy who does this kind of stuff, so we're gonna temporarily portal to Memphis, and we're gonna do it there. Come on. Here we are. Alright, and the guy's right here. How is that convenient? Right, first we're gonna put this sword into the altar of separation to get the Vaillar of Achilles. So we're gonna recover Relic of Charm, and it's got a cost as well, but we've got enough money. It's pretty fucking expensive. Right, so we've gotten Vaillar of Achilles. We've got to pay money to destroy our sword, seriously. Anyways, now we've got all the ingredients for the Shroud of Eternal Night. So we're gonna put that here in the altar of creation, that's where the formula goes. And all the ingredients, as noticed, we put them as it says there. We've got 2 Bat Fangs. One gives attack speed, one gives energy leech. I'm gonna sacrifice the energy leech one because I don't care for it. And the Venom Strike as the last ingredient, which we've just created. We put in there. Once again, there's a monetary cost, 75,000 for the less artifacts. I'm gonna create it. There we go. It's done. And look at that. Look at our DPS. It goes from 113 to 205. It's almost doubled with this artifact. The other stuff just gives a few secondary resistances. This is amazing. I mean, look at its stats. Gives loads of damage modifiers, damage, attack speed, tons of attack speed. This is really great. This is gonna make such a huge difference. I mean, I was quite surprised when I made it here. I was quite surprised it actually gave that much. I knew it was a good artifact, but didn't realize it was that good. Right. So now we're gonna go back to Fayum, and I will stop there. Although I'm quite eager to see now how our character is gonna be much more effective at killing now that we've got this artifact. Right. So in the next episode we're gonna be going over there to the top to confront Nehebka, or the Scorpius King, for the main quest. See you guys later. Bye bye.